Leadership is for everyone, and people supported by social services should be at the centre of how services are designed and delivered. Citizen leadership is about people having more control and choice over their lives and the services which support them. In 2014, workers from the Scottish Social Services Council were invited to spend an afternoon at Burney Centre in Moray, talking with Holly and staff about the difference training is making to people. Holly trained in citizen leadership and now delivers the course to managers, staff teams, people using services and their families. At the time of filming, approximately 90 people had completed the training. Holly tells us about the difference citizen leadership has made for staff and people who use services.
With me doing this, I've grown confident and I've got people to speak. I've got people to speak for themselves instead of hiding things, because some people are so afraid to speak. I'm one of the ladies that is actually so frightened of hurting people's feelings, but at the end of the day it has to come out.
How did the citizen leadership training work in Moray?
Well, what happened was there was consultations held both in Burney and in Elgin, and it was to see if anybody would be interested in becoming trainers, and Holly said it would be something she'd be really interested in doing. So it kind of stemmed from there.
Yeah.
And then we had our 3-day training.
Yeah.
And after we did the training, we came back and we made up our own programme to be delivered within services in Moray. And I think, like you said, Holly, you were a wee bit nervous. We all were a wee bit nervous to start with. But once we started actually going out and delivering the training, it was just fantastic. Everybody just embraced it. We started with staff, with all the staff teams within Moray. That was day services and projects. And we travelled, didn't we? We booked venues and made sure that everyone could come, and we did feedback forums, and it was just great. Everybody loved it.
What does it mean to be an advocate?
It means like you've got confidence to speak out and, like I say, not be afraid to speak and really say what you feel, basically.
What changes have you made for your community?
Well, I've got the pavements sorted. I went to Moray Council to get them sorted and said this is not right.
How has your workshop in citizen leadership helped people who use services in Moray?
And I've noticed in the past, I've been here 8 years, and staff have actually done a lot for the service users, and at the moment that frustrates me because it should be them doing it. Staff need to realise that to take a step back. We're all individuals. We're not, staff are there for support, not to do everything for them. And it just rattles my cage.
How have staff changed after coming to your workshops?
For me personally, I found it fantastic that staff really embraced the training because Holly and the other trainers were delivering it, and it became very real. Because Holly speaks from the heart, and I think it makes people stop and think, right, maybe I do that, maybe I need to step back. And maybe change how I think, and maybe change what we deliver and how we deliver things. And I think in the whole that's really worked well within Moray.
How has citizen leadership made you feel?
How did it make you feel, Holly?
It made me feel quite proud.
Quite proud. Change things.
Change things. Because at the end of the day, it's one life.
It's your life.
And it's
And I think during the training, Holly actually really was a support to everybody, because you really did, come the end of the training, that bit, so Holly, you were doing most of the training. And you were able to give staff support, me included, just to speak up. Things that I would miss that Holly would
pick it up.
How have you changed?
I've matured, apparently. Especially my mum. Mum's noticed a big change. And my mum ended up coming to the training.
She got a special invite, didn't she?
Yes.
And your mum, when I spoke to your mum, she said she was so proud because Holly before would maybe build things up and you speak up, but after you did the training, you thought, no, it's my life.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
We covered.
How Wendy supported me.
But you supported me too, Holly.
And you.
We used to get nervous in the bus.
Staff at Burney Centre tell us about the difference citizen leadership is making.
And since the staff have had the training, I feel they've had a lot more confidence. And I think although they were promoting citizen leadership, in their day-to-day work, they weren't actually recognising it was citizen leadership.
How has citizen leadership changed the meetings?
From that, we really needed to give ownership over the meeting to the service users rather than it being facilitated and led by staff. And through the citizen leadership training, service users had gained more confidence and were being more empowered to enable to take that forward. So they decided they would have a service user notice board where they could put up their board maker symbols or anything. It could be an object of reference of anything that they wanted to put up, and that would identify what they wanted to raise at the agenda.
Can you give an example of what has changed for Holly?
Capacity. So with ownership through the service user participation and consultation meetings, she decided that she would like to type up the minutes of that, and so we then took in a volunteer with IT skills, and that was basically making sure that we were inviting people obviously that had PVG checked and everything, but were coming in from outside, so that we were being more of a community building rather than just a day service for adults with learning disabilities. We were utilising skills of the public and people to become more involved, and then he was able to teach her how Holly could then adopt the minutes and make them more creative using her newfound skills on the computer.
How has citizen leadership changed things in Moray? I would say staff's perception. And I think the staff's motivation. I think there's more motivation from staff to be encouraging service users to promote service users to speak up for themselves and to do things for themselves rather than doing it for them. It's supporting them to do something, not do for.
I think the citizen leadership has been really embraced by the service users in terms of, when we look at the self-directed support legislation that's come in, it's enabled service users to sort of look about what is it they want to achieve in their day-to-day lives and how they can take control and how they're empowered to shape what services they can access. And if they want to continue community services or whether they want to access more community-based activities and opportunities.
And